The beauty of northern Vietnam is absolutely incredible. We just finished up a guided tour where we were sort of twisting and turning along these cliff edge roads through the mountains, passing through local rice farming villages and staying at local homestays. It was an insanely memorable experience and we absolutely recommend it. So, first things first, the Ha Giang province is located way up in northern Vietnam, actually bordering China. We completed a 3-day, 2-night tour where we started in Ha Giang City, spent the first night in Nam Dam, spent the second night in Dong Van, and then looped all the way back around to Ha Giang. There were 2 of us, Ivana and I, so we had 2 guides and 2 motorbikes. Now, it is possible for you to rent your own scooter and complete the loop yourself. You'll still see all the incredible views. It seems like there's thousands of viewpoints overlooking rivers, overlooking villages, overlooking farmers, but you will miss out on the local, authentic experience. For example, the most memorable part of our trip was the dinner we had with a local family from the Zhao ethnic group. This is an experience you're simply not going to have if you complete the Ha Giang Loop yourself. Which brings us to YESD Responsible Tours. This is an adventure planning group that focuses primarily on bringing authentic and local experiences to tourists. Let's face it, overlooking a beautiful river is certainly memorable, and in that moment it's spectacular and it's amazing experience. But 10 years later, you're not going to remember looking at a river. It's sort of just a river. That experience we had with that family in a clay house. Literally, people next door are barefoot digging the ground to retrieve clay to build their home. We're eating local food. We're drinking homemade corn wine, which is an alcoholic drink made from fermented corn. We don't speak the same language as them, but somehow we're laughing, we're getting along, and we're having this incredibly memorable experience. Special thanks to our guide for translating as we were asking these people what they like about small villages. Have they ever been to Hanoi, the big city in Vietnam? What their experience was there, what vegetables they farm, what animals they have. This kind of experience is just insanely memorable and it's head and shoulders different than a beautiful vista. Speaking of the guides, having a local with you can open so many doors that without him simply would not be open. Whether we're going to locals' farms for hidden viewpoints, whether we're eating local food like black chicken, and especially at the King's Palace, which without the guide is just a 115-year-old building. But with the guide, it really comes alive. Learning about the reason it's placed where it is, learning about the architecture, even learning about the day-to-day activities of the king. For instance, the king would often be bathed by his 3 wives in public in the courtyard in goat's milk. Gross! And even in the traditional hemp processing village, where our guide arranged for us to try on the hemp clothes and even play the local instruments, explaining why the instruments are so important in the culture. All in all, the Ha Giang Loop was so memorable for us. The beauty of northern Vietnam is breathtaking, but it was the people and the interactions we had along the way that really made it so special to us. If you're thinking about traveling Vietnam and considering the Ha Giang Loop, we would really recommend taking a guided tour with YESD Responsible Tours. Their information is in the description below. Thanks for watching, everybody.